I'm Laia, this is Lucy, and today I'm going to be talking about everything I accomplished in my language learning in 2022 and sum up my language learning year of 2022 and talk about my 2023 goals. So this year was good and bad. I accomplished some things that I'm really proud of, but towards the end of the year, my language learning kind of took a dip. So let's talk about it. Here's everything I accomplished in 2022. So at the start of May, I started A2. So I do follow like a syllabus, use books, and I finished completely my A1 books and I started with A2 in May. And it is now December and I've just finished my A2 books. Not moving on yet. I'm going to be working on A2 a little bit longer. So I was really proud of moving to A2. It was such a huge accomplishment. I was so happy. I even wrote it in my diary and I was just so proud of myself and so happy that I was moving on. I also hit 1 year of taking Spanish lessons with my teacher in July. So it's been 1.5 years now. So yes, I've been taking Spanish lessons with my teacher, the same teacher because she's just awesome and I love her. So been taking Spanish lessons for 1 year as of July 2022. And that was also a huge achievement and a huge accomplishment because I had stuck to taking lessons for a whole year, which is huge. And in the year of 2022, I attended 36 language learning lessons. So just 2022, 36 lessons, which I think is not bad considering I didn't do every single week. So the year started off, as you can see, really well. And I did a lesson every single week for the majority of the year, about half the year, maybe a bit more than half. And while I was doing this, I had a part-time job and I only worked in the afternoons. So I could take language learning lessons in the mornings, and the way my brain works is that I focus really well in the mornings. I can work in the morning, I do all my work in the morning, and as soon as the afternoon comes, I cannot focus. I cannot work, I cannot focus, I cannot go sit at my desk, I just can't work. So the morning is really the time that I focus and I can do things. And if you think I'm doing something at nighttime, there's no way. I just cannot work at nighttime, which might have to change, but that's just kind of the way my brain works. I really do have a morning brain. So this last little bit of the year, I started a new job and it was a full-time job and I started in the morning. So I started at 20 to 7 in the morning and ended at 2. And once I got home after 2 o'clock, I was just exhausted and language learning was just not a question at that point. So after starting a new job, it was a little bit harder to do as much language learning as I could in the beginning of the year. So the plan I made and the plan I came up with was to take a language lesson every second week. So one weekend I would have my lesson and then the weekend in between I would do homework and extra language learning work and then carry it on like that, so that I can have my lesson and then have another weekend to catch up on everything since I was not doing as much work during the week. And it worked, but it just didn't feel like enough. And it might be enough for some people, but my language learning really just took a dip because it wasn't enough. I wasn't having enough lessons. And I lost a lot of progress. And I kept finding everything increasingly more difficult. So before I would learn a new concept, focus on that concept, do extra work on that concept and really understand it. But because I wasn't doing as much language learning, I wasn't grasping the concepts, and then that made that my lessons were more difficult and I was losing progress. And because I was only having a lesson every second week, I was speaking way less, so I lost a lot of my speaking ability. Just when I started becoming a bit more comfortable with speaking, I lost a lot of it, and now I find speaking really difficult, and I've always found speaking difficult, but now even more because I missed every second week, so speaking is just really difficult. And there was even 1 month where I only had one lesson in that month, and it wasn't my fault, it was just that my lesson kept being rescheduled because I'm not quite sure what happened, I can't remember, but my teacher couldn't attend and the lesson kept being rescheduled. So in that month, I only had one lesson. So obviously, my speaking took a real dip and it's really difficult. But it is something I'm trying to work on and hopefully will work on a lot in the new year. But I did end this year strongly in December because I have holidays in December. So for the past 4 weeks, I've had a lesson every single week, which has really helped and it's been really fun. And I've been doing a bit of extra work in my holidays as well. So ending the year on a strong note. Now for my 2023 goals. So my first goal for 2023 is to find more balance. So I want to find more balance between work and language learning and everything else I do, because little do you know, language learning is such a small part of my life, but I want to find more ways to incorporate it into my life and be more consistent. I also want to try go back to weekly lessons. I think it might be a bit difficult, so I'll have to see how that goes. I'm going to try go back to weekly lessons, but I'll keep you updated and see how that goes. But that's my goal anyway. And then I want to use my holidays because I get a few holidays throughout the year and I want to use those holidays to catch up on language learning, do extra classes, do some extra work, and just kind of catch up. So that's going to be really nice. I also want to do more casual learning. YouTube videos, watching YouTube videos in Spanish. Want to watch more of that. Language learning games. Maybe there's a game I can find that I like and want to use. Listening to podcasts while I drive. And just things like that. Casual learning. I want to do more casual learning. I also want to do a lot more reading and read a little bit, even if it's just a page or two of Spanish every single day. And I think I will be able to accomplish that. And what I used to read is Ollie Richard's books. They are really great for beginners. I've spoken about them so many times. But I have 2 Ollie Richards books. I've finished the one and I want to start the next one, the short story one. So I want to read a little bit of Spanish every single day. And I believe through casual learning and trying my best to have more regular lessons, I will improve again and I will keep my Spanish going. So that's it for me for 2022. Happy New Year. It's 2023 already. So Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful year. And thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I really appreciate it. Please like the video and check out my other videos because I have so many videos on language learning and different language learning topics. I focus mainly on Spanish because I am learning Spanish. So if you're interested in that, please click the subscribe button and I'll see you next time.